Hey y'all, welcome to episode 2 of our newly kicked off blog series. If you haven't watched our first one yet, go check it out. You can learn a lot more about our CTO, Ryan, and why he chose to come work with us. But this time around, I wanted to take it back to the beginning and rewind with Rajeev, our CEO and founder, to hear a lot more about how Dimensional Mechanics was founded and where our focus was at the beginning and how it's evolved over time. Interesting enough, Rajeev, I've known you for over 5 years and was there at the beginning as well. I think before Dimensional Mechanics was even formed as the name of the company, and to see how far this company has grown and evolved has been really exciting. But talk to me about how it all began.
When we first met, I think we were exploring many different avenues. We weren't really thinking at the time so much about commercialization yet, although we were, we had certain ideas about where we wanted to take it. And I remember some of the early work that we're talking about was actually oriented towards explainability of AI, if you remember. It was kind of like the why behind AI. And so that was kind of like something that we initially started thinking about. But over time, we decided to focus a lot more and focus on the actual what of AI to actually build AI systems and automate that part. And then today, of course, we have a platform that can do that. So we've actually achieved our objectives there. And we're now taking it to the next stage, which is pretty exciting, actually. We've got some really cool ideas. And also, as we start to partner with some of the companies that we're working with, it's quite possible that we're really going to truly make this not just simply like an operating system, but in fact a real operating system with the ability to do resource management, all that kind of nice stuff. So for me, it's an exciting thing. It's quite a journey. I think that I was actually thinking that after all of this, I'll write a book called 1,000 Cuts. So it's just there are just so many. Like as a startup, somebody once said everything goes wrong and just two things go right, and it's just about being persistent and not giving up. That you just really have to keep going, and along the way, it's keep adjusting pathways or adjusting your path, and here we are. I know that's a very long-winded answer.
Well, I would hope it would be. I mean, I hope people aren't just starting startups on a whim, right? Waking up one day and going after it. Being thoughtful about it is key. Yeah, I remember when we first started, we wanted to start in broadcasting, which I thought was interesting because at the time, And then I think you quickly realized Neopulse can be applied to anything, which I think is pretty fascinating.
So the early version of our product was we had some interesting prototypes that we were kind of demonstrating at CES. And then eventually we started really kind of building out the platform as we see it today. And the version 1 of this was kind of like a beta version. It came out, I think, about 2.5 years ago. And then last year we released, I guess, the first kind of proto-commercial version of the product. And this year we're kind of targeting true commercialization, which means getting a hefty Series B investment, as well as starting to recruit actively globally. And we've got some very, very talented people waiting to come on board. And we're now waiting to just get to, we're working on closing the Series B funding.
Well, thank you, Rajeev. It was so great catching up with you. I miss seeing everyone in the office, but as you just mentioned, we're a global company. So I think this is going to be more of our norm moving forward anyways. So I hope we can keep catching up one-on-one like this. And like I said, I want to talk to you next time about why we're AI Dynamics now and no longer Dimensional Mechanics, and where we're going to go from here. So I look forward to that conversation in a few weeks.
Great. Thank you so much, and have a great evening or morning.
You too. Thanks. Exactly. Talk to you later.
Talk to you soon. Yep. Bye-bye.